What's going on, guys? It's Smudger here, and today we're going to quickly run through how to complete all of the challenges for Groundfall, why it's far more difficult than any other Warzone event we've seen purely because of the look and randomness of it. I'm going to give you all the tips I can think of. A lot of it, however, is entirely lobby dependent, spawn dependent, it's very hard to control and kind of streamline it, purely because of how the uplink stations work. Now, an uplink station it kind of looks like a recon, I guess, kind of box-shaped thing. You walk up to it and it'll give you a pressable button. You press it and a satellite falls from the sky, which is what you'll be seeing and hearing throughout Warzone, throughout Verdansk, is you'll hear these satellites fall to the sky from people who have completed an uplink station. So when it says in Warzone secure 5 uplink stations, that's what it means. I'll put on screen all of the uplink station locations I've found, and I've been playing this game for 3.5 hours now, and I'm still struggling to find them. I found, I think, 7. It seems entirely random where they spawn. I kept revisiting the same areas and they weren't often there. The best advice I can give you is to grab a Bertha and drive round in solos. So, squads could work, I guess, if you had all 4 of you working together. Solos, however, even if you don't find an uplink station, other people will, and you'll see 10 to 20 satellites a game, as opposed to any other game mode in which I was getting, 2 to 5. Now, the reason that these actual satellites are so important is because the next challenge is in Warzone, eliminate 10 enemies while near an active uplink station or recently crashed satellite. Active uplink station essentially means one that hasn't been activated. It's one that is currently being activated. The recently crashed satellite is anywhere near a satellite that comes down as a result of it. It makes it far easier. You can just beeline towards them. Occasionally you get a couple that drop really close to you, and then chances are you're going to meet the people who have deployed that satellite on their way there to pick up their loot. And that's fantastic because it's free kills, because the hardest part here is to actually get enemies near the objective so you can kill them. You can't just entice enemies in. You could queue at the same time as your friend in solos. I'm not condoning teaming, but you could, just to get these challenges done. It wouldn't be the worst idea in the world if you both solo queue to try and get in the same game. But there is so much randomness to it that it really is a case of you're probably going to stumble upon more uplink stations than you will actively go out and find them. Then the final Warzone challenge is to collect 3 rewards from crashed satellites. So these crashed satellites, not the big ones that are kind of permanent features in the game. The crashed satellites come from uplink stations, carry loot on them. You should go and collect it. Really, it's as simple as that. The actual hard part is, of course, finding the uplink stations, getting the satellite to crash, and getting there without dying. Then, in Cold War, you have to earn 1,000 points from captured uplink stations in Fireteam Satlink. So this is the multi-team mode that they released at the start of the season. The biggest issue you're going to find is finding a goddamn game. It took me 5 minutes to find a lobby, and this has happened every time I've tried to play Fireteam. This isn't a new issue. So once you're in a lobby, everyone seems fairly objective-based, which is nice. No one's really running off doing their own thing. It's pretty easy to clear an area, and then you've just got to kind of set on the objective, on the uplink, until it's yours, and then you're pretty much good to go. You can just sit there, kill enemies, just have a nice time. You have to play, I think I played 5 games of it, and before I got it, it was fairly easy, pretty chill experience after the frustration of trying to find uplink stations. And then the next up is Cold War, 250 eliminations in matches on Collateral, Collateral Strike, Hijacked, or Amsterdam. Just go into Hijacked 24/7. There's no other 24/7 kind of game mode for it that I can find with all of these maps. Just play Hijacked until you got those 250 eliminations and you're good to go. It's pretty simple. Hijacked is a super fast-paced map at the moment. Whether or not that will slow down with a Cold War's playstyle, who knows? But at the moment, everyone's running around. It's pretty easy to get kills. It should be a fairly easy challenge. Then the final one is in Cold War, get 15 kills with the hand cannon score streak. So of course this is the new score streak. I've played with it in 3 matches and got 15 kills with it. It's super easy. One tap. Even in Fireteam, I was instantly downing people. Really fun gun to use. Or score streak, I guess. Highly recommend keeping it on there once you've done it as well. It's a ton of fun to use. You got to pick your shots kind of carefully. Obviously people can outgun you, but if you're at a close enough range, it just does not matter. Accuracy is key with these sort of score streaks, but it's really not a particularly difficult one. You can pick it up in Fireteam and do it there as well. It'll sometimes spawn, you know, in loot and stuff, so it's kind of like a 2-for-1 deal. It's a super easy challenge. The Cold War ones took me a quarter of the time the Warzone ones did. The Warzone ones are a pain in the ass, you've just got to stick with it. If you do have any other tips you have found, any other uplink stations you didn't see on the map, put them in the comments below so other people can stand a chance. This is not an easy set of challenges. They seem to go from, here's a scavenger, just do it, to here's a completely random spawn set, off you go. But with that being said, it is doable, and if you did enjoy the video, if it did help you out, give it a like, subscribe if you want to find your way back. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.